the universe, I would definitely profit heavily by a new invention called a tent. I'd just be like, I have this new invention. You can take it out to the desert, and you can keep your stuff in the tent. You can sleep in
Right.
the tent
So what made you
because
the Star Wars tent invention? What particular episode were you like, you know what? I think they would benefit from a tent here.
everyone would benefit from a tent. No one seems to have a tent. The sand people are tentless. They're just they're
No,
just sitting
they got mud.
around.
They've got their mud huts. Anakin Skywalker went through it with his lightsaber.
I
You
never
know,
saw Met Hut.
and
The
Attack of the
thing that I okay, fair enough.
yeah,
The thing I noticed about the reason this put me onto it is because, as you know, from Mandalorian season one of my
right,
original concerns is what are we doing with the helmet? Because for the first 3 episodes, he's like, I don't take this helmet off ever. There's like
right.
no way I take it off, and I'm like, this is just impractical. Hair, grooming issues. You puke
Yeah,
once and you're
that's it.
doomed.
No, you know,
Yeah, this is unworkable. And then they backed off that and they're like, okay, well, we don't take our helmet off with other people, right? That's
right,
when we don't take
right,
our helmet
yeah,
off.
yeah.
But among friends, late night, whatever, we don't take it
Well,
off either. But if we're all alone, we can take it off.
that,
And then what happened is they sort of backed off on that. I'm like, okay, now we have they've like flushed it out to make it more reasonable, right?
yeah,
And then we get to the Sand People, and I'm like, okay, well, the Sand People have a similar thing. I
yeah,
got a
yeah.
helmet. I got some wrapping. It's complicated. I don't take it off at a whim, right?
Right,
Like
right.
this is really takes a long time to come on and off. And
Yeah,
but we see the Mandalorian around the campfire.
yeah.
Presumably they're all going to sleep, and I'm like, did they ever take these head wrappings off? Now we're back to the season 1 problem.
Well, my joke was, did you catch the episode where the Mandalorian Din Djarin comes across the other Mandalorian? Did you see that one yet?
He hasn't come across a real Mandalorian. He came across, I think it's Bo-Katan.
Yeah, did
I
you
don't know
see
if they're
that
real
episode?
Mandalorians or not. Yeah, I did see that episode. And they all like took the helmets off. He's like, what are we
Right.
doing, guys? What are we
They were
doing here?
Yeah, so they were horrified that he was horrified that they took their helmets off. Right?
Yeah.
If you, I mean, the acting's pretty good behind a mask, but he seems to be horrified. And the joke I made on Facebook was something along the lines was, I always liked Din Djarin. I like him even more because it turns out he's a pre-Vatican II Mandalorian, which
Yes, exactly.
makes me like him a bit more.